Hi, this is Lucy and welcome to Spooky Street. This is a Halloween diorama. You do not need catwalks or a flamer trap to build this camp. If this is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned. So I'm going to start with a quick tour. I will show you where we are on the map. We are opposite the lane to Bailey Family Cabin at the top right of the map. Vault 76 is down here, Palace of the Winding Path. I have actually built up here before, and when I placed my camp widget for this camp, it was only after I started building it that I actually realised I was opposite this lane. So I wanted an area with pine trees that was fairly flat and had roadside. So this is it. So originally I had intended to just build the well, I was I wasn't fixed on an idea. I quite like the idea of the potions shop, but I have built dioramas like this before. Tiny Town Tokyo. So it kind of evolved from there, really. You do not have to build all of it, you could just build one part of it. We'll start with the easiest part first. This is the workshop. I do have the tomb bed in here, so if you have guests, you always have a spare bed. I rebuilt this with about 3 or 4 times, where I changed the walls. I'd originally sort of started with a much paler colour, but it really jarred with this house here. It just didn't look right. So this is the Mistress of Mysteries set. I used that for the mausoleum, I guess you could call it. This house is, well, I think it will be obvious when I show you. I have the door opening outwards because it's very narrow here. You don't need to add this offset, but it just added a bit of interest outside, and there is enough space. But if the door opens inwards, then you have to shut it before you can go upstairs. This is the dining area. This camp is max budget. I cannot put one more thing down, so there is a lot of blood in this house. This is a blood pack on a chessboard. This is Teddy Fear on a chessboard. So in some areas the decoration is not over the top because I just didn't have the budget. This room is very red. Red is one of my least favourite colours, but it kind of works in here. We have another blood pack and a coffin. You're getting the theme now. So I didn't think I would ever use this because it's too big, but it looks okay in this room. So I use these smaller chairs that come from Pendleton rather than the ones that come with this. So, upstairs we have the bedroom. We have more blood, more coffins. The plushies are all kind of themed. If you play ESO, there is a type of vampire that looks pretty much just like that, so... we have the skull. This is a human skull I got from Braxton's in the Mire. I wanted to put the fruit ring a bit lower on the back of the dresser, but it won't go. It's kind of a Day of the Dead sort of influence there. We have a cage for takeaway. If you look up at the ceiling, you will see there's quite a lot of red because I have mirror balls up in the roofs. So this is the vampire house, for those that didn't get it. So I quite like this. It's fun and kind of quirky. This is the potion shop. I have actually put bottles on shelves so you can see them through the window. We have our crow. I wanted to get the owl in, but it's quite a deep piece of furniture and I just couldn't fit it in. We have lots of things. Potions, we have not food. That not food is the wrong way round, but you can't determine which direction things go. We have various rare ingredients. We have some honeycomb, a sloth claw, I think that's hive paper. That's just spices. So this is the cauldron. This is the cooking station one. So you can actually use it as a cooker, because there is not a cooker in the vampire house. They don't need it. This is a sacred Mothman tome. I did not have this on Lauren. I paid 20,000 caps for this plan from a player vendor, because I was desperate to have it in this build. And yeah, it was kind of wiped out all of my caps. So thank you to a friend and patron who gave me 15,000 caps because I didn't have any left. These, I look at everything in my inventory now to see what it looks like, so if it would look good on a chessboard. I've put this on my Discord saying, does anyone know what these are, and no one's answered. So I'm not going to tell you. You will have to guess what these are. They're on chessboards. They're an item in the game that you get. It's a reward for doing a daily quest. That's pretty much if you haven't figured it out. So this is just stuff. Eyeball fishy. This is the antique armoire door. It is actually a door, but it's a double door because I didn't like the back. And outside we have our outhouse. We also have a water pump here because there isn't really a water source nearby, and I have one of these rainwater collectors. These are pretty useless, to be honest. It takes so long to pump any water, but I always like to have some water in my camp. I put this additional door on because I didn't like the way this looked at the back of the building. You do still get the light and a bit of the metal come through, but I think it just looks a bit better. Upstairs is where the potion seller, which is me, lives. Again, quite simple, but yeah, it works. I did not double wall this. I had a problem with this build. I originally did not use stair frames. I used my usual trick of a catwalk and a staircase. But I had some issues. I had some very weird issues with this camp. I had upper floors, a line glitching through, and I don't know why. I mean, I did it 3 times. And I don't know why this was happening, so I gave up in the end and I put stair frames in. And after I had done that, I then could not double wall up here. If you saw my brewery build, it was a similar situation to that with the offsets, and I couldn't do it because it wouldn't let me double wall over this stair frame. So I will show you how to double wall it because there's a certain build order when we get to it, but I didn't for this camp because I honestly, after doing all that, I'd already decorated and I thought, oh, I forgot to double wall that. But you don't have to double wall it, but if you want to, I will show you how. Out here we have our fortune teller wagon. I put another mirror ball in there. I put a pink one in. I don't know why it looks like it's on fire though. And just for a little bit of extra decoration out here, I have a little cemetery. So again, entirely optional. Overall, I'm very happy with it. And if you're wondering about the weather, I did not buy the Halloween weather machine because I feel that 1200 atoms for a weather machine that you're going to use once a year is a waste of money. However, I've seen on other videos that a lot of people don't like it, so I kind of, dodged a bullet, I think. Apparently it sounds like an aeroplane landing. It doesn't sound spooky. It's got a sound effect. It doesn't sound spooky. It sounds like an aeroplane landing. But I am using a weather machine, and the one I am using is the Atlantic City fog machine. I don't know where I got it. It either came in a bundle or it was on a season. I've done, honestly, so many seasons. I've done all of them. I've actually lost the plot on which seasons and what things came from where. But yeah, I had that in my in my build menu, and I actually think it looks pretty good for this kind of build. The only slight thing is that it does change the colours. It makes the sort of reds, it makes the reds duller. So imagine what that vampire sitting room looks like without it. So yeah, I mean, this theme is sort of purple. It has toned down the purple quite a bit, but I will show you quickly what it looks like without the machine. So because I do my tours on custom worlds, I actually have this set to sunny. I don't think it's ever really this bright up here on a normal world, on adventure, but this is what the colours look like. This, of course, I did say I was going to do a build with the Helvetia set. This is the grey Helvetia set, which I used in a Halloween build. But I think it works. The colours are quite different. It's not overpowering. So yeah, I mean, these machines can make a big difference to camps, and they can make a big difference to colours. So there we have it. Anyway, now I will show you how I built it. So I'm going to start with some foundations, and I'm going to try and line them up with the road, but you can probably tell there is a bit of a curve here, so it's kind of not as easy as it looks, she says, having just put them down and they were not straight. This camp is 6 by 3. We need to go back a little bit because of these telegraph poles, because you can't put foundations through telegraph poles. Ooh, what's going on there? And I can't count to 6. I'm going to have to reuse a lot of what I actually used in the build because I haven't got a lot of budget. I have deleted a load of decorative items. A lot of these trees are not movable. They're not sort of bulldozerable. Is that a word? But we got it all in. So there is your layout. 3 by 6. Now this is optional. This house, which is the vampire house, had an offset roof. You will need to be able to destroy items if you want to do the offset roof. So we're going to have to do a half offset. And the reason I'm doing this now is that when I placed the foundations originally, I had a lot of problems because there are a few bumps here, which is why they're a bit higher than I normally would have them. So I'm showing you it. Make sure you can get the floor down in its entirety before you do the offset, because if you do the offset first then build the foundations around and some of them won't go down, you have a problem. So we're going to do a half offset. I am going to use a catwalk, but you can do it with pillars. Going to move that one up. We are going to, I'll just take this out here. Going to move this one up as well. Whoops, too far. And I'm just going to place 3 doorways here like so, because this building is 3 stories tall, and I'm going to put a roof on. And I use the haunted roof. I mean, if you don't want to do this step, then just have 2 of those together or none. I mean, it's up to you. We want 1 on the other side, and that is fine. It will snap to this. If we flatten this roof out, we can take these walls off. I'll put this back up in the upright position. I'll just do it like that so it's not as in the way. And we will put all our floors back. Or try. There is a dead mutant hound under there. Right. Going to start with the mausoleum because it's the easiest. I use the Mistress of Mysteries set. Some of these I used half walls and put windows at the back. I think I did on this one. So a plane and then a window, whichever one you like. Plain walls on the sides. Now, because I'm going to double wall this between the two buildings, I think I just used the barn set for this. Like so. We need top wall arches. I must admit, I don't actually like the top wall arches on these. I think they're a bit too big, but they go with the roof. Next, we're going to add roofs, and I use the matching roof set. Which is the Order of Mysteries roof. It's got different options. If you want a chimney or a dormer, then by all means add them. So that is that building done. Add wallpaper. I used the cement block wallpaper, cinder block. So just add that if you want it, or you can add something else. It's entirely up to you. And don't forget to close these walls off. This building is made with the RIP set. For this house, there are a few added complications. We don't need this second double wall because we want this to be part of the porch on the vampire house, so just make it a plain RIP wall. Obviously we've still got the wallpaper inside, so it doesn't affect the mausoleum. We have this doorway set back here. We have a plain wall here. Make sure obviously that they're all facing correct ways. Window. We can add, I added half walls at the back. I'm not going to be adding the stair frame until the end. For those that were paying attention, there were 2 half walls here but a full wall here, and the reason is that I accidentally took off one of the half walls before I put the stair frame in and I didn't notice and I couldn't get them back in. So I was able to put a full wall in there. At this point I had done the stairs 4 times and I was fed up with it, so I just went with it. But if you want the half walls, put them in now. We are going to have a double wall over here. And this will be both of them. We need another window here and here. Now, this section here, I put half walls. We are going to have to put a wall in here, a doorway. Now, we're not going to be adding the upper floors till the end, so that doorway will stay there until the end, and then it should come off when the upper floors are in. Another window. At the back, we are going to just have plain walls, I think. And on this side, we are going to have plain walls. If you can't get it in because of the roof, flatten the roof. It's the wrong way round. Come here. Right. We are going to double wall this temporarily. This is the trouble. I kind of build organically and then try and replicate it, and it doesn't always work. Right, you can't double wall that set, apparently. Right, change it to the barn. Double wall. Now add your RIP. Make them doors, because they will float. This one should be fine because it's double walled anyway. It's just that one in the porch that is an issue. We can now take the second wall this side, turn it to RIP, and everything should be fine. Turn these doorways back into walls. It's because these walls are facing different directions. That's what was causing the problem. Right, I'm going to leave this entire side until we double wall this with the potion shop in. But I need to build the potion shop first because I need to put the roofs on. Trust me. Right, we're going to put the roofs on. Now, even, I don't know actually, we'll try. If you flatten these out, can we get roofs over the top? Question. My instincts say no. Try it with a green roof. No. Right, you are going to have to, if you want this in the middle, you are going to have to destroy these roofs. Easiest thing to do is put one here, like so. We'll actually use one of these because we're going to be using more of them so it's not wasted. Flatten it out. Put your flamer trap down. Spend half an hour looking for your flamer trap, only to realise, of course, you don't have one because you got rid of all of the stuff you didn't need because you needed the budget. Grab a flamer trap. I like to power mine up so that I do not have to come out of build camera mode. If we're lucky, it might, if we get it close enough, it might destroy both roofs. Yeah. Switch it to upright again. You can Oh, for goodness sake. It's being a pain. Come on. Where is it? There we go. Get rid of all that. Right. We are now going to overlap the roofs. Like so. And repair these. And I'm going to do this now, if I can select it. If you have problems selecting them, just put the other ones down and then like that. Right, these ones I made into this, like so. Now, I managed to get a mirror ball in there, and there may be other ways of doing this, but it was driving me crazy. I couldn't hang a ceiling light. This part of the roof is not really an object, it's an illusion. You can't hang anything off the ceiling of this dormer. I tried putting various floor objects and seeing if I could hang a ceiling light off them, but I wasn't having a lot of luck, and I pretty much tried everything. Lower all of the roofs apart from this one in the middle, and for some reason you can, in this instance, attach a flat roof. So you're getting extra roofs. I mean, this is entirely optional and it is a bit complicated. If you like, I will change this to a different colour so that you can follow what I'm doing. So this is one of the middle ones. It's the middle one on the back. I'm attaching a flat roof to it. For some reason it is going over these roofs, which is not normally how 76 behaves, but we'll take it. I took a red mirror ball and I put it under this roof, which can be a bit fiddly. Okay. Right, I don't have a generator out at the moment, so I'll just put a generator down. This one, because it radiates power. So you now got this. Right, we're now going to flatten this one down, and we are going to add another roof. I mean, you don't have to do it on both sides. I just think there is a slight visual glitch, as it were, where these go, so it's sort of easier if it's symmetrical, but it's entirely up to you. Add another mirror ball under here. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Right. To get the one in the middle, it is honestly easier to lift up one side. You can then grab the one in the middle, lift that up, lift this up, lift them all up. Right, we're going to make the ones in the middle, which now I can't get again. Make the one in the middle the dormer. Oop, no. Right, make the one in the middle of the dormer. I mean, sometimes you can select it. Right, you see where these roofs are? These green ones, just turn them into this set, flat ones. It only really works with this set because these dormers are so big. You can't really see the extra roof in there, but it gives you something to hang a light off. We will need top wall. I hope that made sense. I know it's complicated. We need top wall arches on the side here. As I said, we're going to leave the other side until we've done the potion shop. There we go. Right. It's getting there. So the potion shop. I had said recently that I wanted to build something with the Helvetia set, the grey one. And this seemed like a good opportunity. Kind of thought it fit the theme. So we're going to have a door here. I used this large window for the front window. We need another door on the back and a door here for the fireplace. These are plain. I did really like the panelling on here, and some sets with this kind of panelling, if you put wallpaper on, it leaves the panelling, but this set doesn't, so it's annoying. You could easily use this without wallpaper though. Right. If you saw my woodcutter's cottage, this is basically the same sort of design. So there are a few things that are different than a regular build. We are going to put those on like that. Add the roofs on this side now. I used the haunted roof. Like so. And then we need to put wall slants on. Wrong way. There we go. I'm putting these on first. You can sometimes have a problem getting the walls on if you don't put these on first. This is a window. This is a plain wall because of the fireplace. And then plain walls. For the little half walls here, I did put windows in. Like so, and then more roofs. You can use whichever one you want, the one with the dormer or without. Now, I was going to double wall this in the tutorial. I didn't, as I said. I had so many problems with stairs and upper floors. So we need 2 half walls. Doesn't matter which way round, let's do it this way. Top wall arches, which if you're double walling have to be brick. Then we need fascias, and the fascias have to be this set, and they will go on top of the top wall arches. You will probably find that they might not go on with the roofs in the upright position, so flatten the roofs. These will not go on a double wall, so put them on first. I'm going to put a temporary roof on here so that I can put my flamer trap on a stash box and destroy these walls. I'm going to lift the roofs up again. I know they don't have dormers on, I'll put them on in a minute so that we don't destroy them. Grab a stash box. And a flamer trap. And destroy the top wall arch and the half wall. If you don't know, the brick set is pretty much the toughest set in the game. If you want to build a camp that is difficult to destroy, use the brick set. We don't actually need these anymore. So half walls. Come on. Why are you being a pain? There we go. Top wall arches. You can use any top wall arch. You only need the first one to be brick. Going to use this one maybe? Wrong way around. That will show in on this side, so possibly use the RIP set. And if you don't want to wait 300 hours wading through, you can just put, say, something like a barn set in and then change it, because honestly, it used to be that all of these walls didn't have names, which got really confusing. So they gave them all names, so why don't they order them in alphabetical order and then all of the sets will be together? See? Not complicated. If you know anything about databases, it honestly is just like the easiest thing, but hey. Right, top wall arches on this side, we're obviously going to use the grey Helvetia top wall arch. So that's all looking okay. Now, we need a plain RIP wall here and a top wall arch. However, these will not go on the top of fascias. Now, if I'd been thinking about it, I would have put these in and left them floating, but it's fine. We are going to put a couple of stair frames in, and we're going to put some upper floors, and once the upper floors are in, we will be able to put those on, hopefully. We can just repair these. You might want to swap these for the RIP set. It's a bit difficult to see which way round it is without going behind, because they kind of show the other side. But there we go, that's fine. So we're going to put stair frames in. This one. And there is actually a haunted metal staircase, so I will use that. Is that the right way round? No, it is not. So I think I need this one. Be careful before you place it. Make sure it is the correct one. We're going to put one there. We are then going to put another one on top, like so. And we are going to add some upper floors. One advantage of using these is that obviously the staircase is up against the wall, so it gives you a bit more space. And also, you don't have to worry about non-patterned half floors, because you're just going to attach a couple of these. If you can. It does annoy me with the stair frames that they did not give us matching floors, so as much as this is nice, I would like a floor that matches this. So, you know, call me a pedant. Right, hopefully now we should be able to get those walls on. There we go. Plain wall. Plain wall. Top wall arches. Also stair frame for in here. We are going to... I think I used the Pine Barrens one for this one. Just like that. and upper floors. The other advantage of these is because they're legal, you can just take a floor off, which you can't do with the, I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do the offset and the floating staircase, that's up to you. Obviously, it's a lot easier with catwalks. Right, finish off this wall. Okay, decorating. I used the dungeon floor for the deck or the path out here. And I think I used that, whoops, their wood, which means it won't remember. And for the mausoleum. Oh, now this is all done, we should be able to take that wall off. Now that these upper floors are on, because it's a doorway, it will come straight off. Because all of these walls are supported by the roofs. This porch area and all of the downstairs, I used this white spring foyer, kind of marble. You could use the base if you don't have this, just the base stone. Although I think these are wooden foundations, but you could do the whole thing with cement foundations. It is up to you. I redid it that way because that's how I built it, and I'm very tight on budget, so I just reused the pieces that I had. I'm pretty certain I used the dark cherry wood floor up here, or one of these. There are 3 of them, they're very similar. Can't remember. I think I left this floor as was, and I used the abandoned mine downstairs here. Wallpaper for the potion shop, I used this sort of pinky, rosy. Was it this one? I think it was the one of these. That's not that one. Not that one. Although I quite like that one. I think it was this one. It was something like that anyway. And I think I used a different one upstairs. I think I used this upstairs. For the vampire house, I used the sort of art deco. Is it that one? Yes. It says haunted wallpaper. It just looks very, sorry, actually that's Art Nouveau, not Art Deco. In the downstairs kitchen area. The sitting room, as you may remember, was very red, so I used this white spring red. And I cannot for the life of me remember what I used in the bedroom. Did I use? Use whatever you want. I got the floors right. So that is pretty much that. Doors, I'll quickly show you how I put the double door on the back of here. Add a foundation. The easiest way, to be honest, if this works. Add the armoire door. Add another one on this side. And then convert this. I used, actually it's only, well, if you convert it to the Nuka-Cola one, I'm pretty certain it will open up all the other doors, which it did. I used the Helvetia door. Actually, that works better that way. They both open outwards, as it were. Might have a problem getting the... No, that's fine. There we go. I actually like my doors to open inwards, so I think on my... Have you noticed? I have noticed recently, it's become a thing, that the longer I build, the slower the system gets, so it takes longer to scroll through. I have to come out of build mode and go back in, and I've been getting lag, so if you noticed a bit of lag, that's what it is. It's not... I now have really super fast broadband, and my PC is plugged, which I don't play on PC, I play on Xbox, but I'm on cloud gaming. My, yeah, so if you've noticed any lag, it's not my computer, it's not cloud gaming, it's 76. It's been really weird lately. It does stick out a bit, actually. I don't know, but anyway, let's try something different. There's me thinking, oh, I could do it this way, it'll be much easier, but no, it didn't work. That won't even go on now. Open this door. And then just put the Helvetia door in. Won't go the other way, it'll only go that way, so just put that in like that. When you close the other door, it will show through a bit, but it was just better than sort of having that kind of modern, weird... I don't know why they did that. It seems odd to me that they put that light on it. I used the Helvetia door again for this one. I did get it to open inwards. This door was... This is the haunted house door, which comes... And I did get this to open outwards because, obviously, the staircase is in the way. And this door I used... the concrete mausoleum door. This actually came with a prefab. And it was kind of funny that I actually did a video on how to build a mausoleum, tiny house, for Halloween, and 2 weeks later we got a prefab mausoleum. So just add some stairs and railings. I mean, you don't really need me to show you how to do this. If you don't know how to do that, then all hope is lost, I'm afraid. I use these railings. I did use some of these lampposts, and I found that you could... Just going to change the floor up so you can see. I do this so I can see where the corners are. I just put these on the edges. And I did find that the railings would just snap over. I'm doing this quick and dirty. Can't remember how many I put, but it's just that you can't get them really close to the fence when you put them on. If the fence is on and you try and place these down, you know, it wants them half a mile from the fence, because the collisions in this game are insane, of course. Come on, stop being a pain. There is nothing wrong with this. So that is pretty much it. This was quite a fun thing to build and decorate. I know I've said I don't like decorating, but decorating sort of with a theme is more fun. This kind of theme anyway. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if you've got any questions, please post them. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.